So this is a tutorial on how to build one of these fighter jets. The F-15 is non-accurate one. So this is just the base model that I've already built. Now we're going to move on to the tutorial. So this is just the background as well, so you don't need to build that if you don't want to. So we do that, and use this as a placeholder block, just so that you can connect this on. Oh yeah, let's turn up the ambient sound as well. So this goes here, and then one forward you do this. Oh yeah, also this is the entire inventory that you basically need to make the first bit. So it's fine if you misplace some blocks, because we'll go back over to make sure that everything is correct. So when you do that, and this goes out by 2, and then you curve back in. Grab this, and then if we do this, sometimes I fly over here to get a reference. Yeah, so you go there. Because remember, I don't have that good of memory when I'm building things. So that goes there. And that goes there. You can add that trapdoor if you want, but I just added to make it as like a little curving area to add some more detail. So that's the entire side done. One side at least. We will move on to the detail here. So detail covers the engine like that, I believe. But let me just check. So I was almost correct. Just move that back by 1. And then that. Alright, now we're going to move on to the center. So center goes in front of this intake just by a bit, and then 3 more out, I believe. Yes, because we got stair, slab, and then trapdoor. Put this here like that. Put that there. And put that there. Put that there. And that there. One, 2, 3, 4. So just like that. And then this goes up. We're going to start making the tail now. So it goes like this, and that bit on. So right here, then here, and here, here. And the reason why those two don't line up is because when we put this here, then this goes here and this goes here. Now it lines up. And it's meant to be 3 blocks. And then we put that there. Put this in. You can add landing gear to this. I'm not going to do landing gear because, well, this is flying, of course. Wrong type. Like that. Like that. It only goes back to there, so remember that. Put that there, and then put this here. And just like that. And then this. Also, this is meant to be like the landing gear compartment for like the front, no, sides. Actually, that would be making more sense. Like that's just where the landing gear comes out from, but it's actually attached to the wings. So now we put this here, and then here. And then here, and then that there, and then put that there, put that there, put that there. And then, like that, you got almost complete version. Put these two there. Now, if you want it to look good on the ground, do it like this. So you can like make an actual working canopy. But you can do it facing this way or this way, but on the ground, this is recommended. And then this goes up like that. And to top it off, you do that. And then you can use this fence, pale oak fence, to make some missiles using the waxed lightning rod as well. Remember to use the waxed one if you wanted to stay orange. And then, of course, we can't forget the non-accurate gun, which it should be inside of it, but you can't put multiple objects inside of one grid area, so I just had to do outside. And that should be it. So gear would be here, and this is like landing gear compartment. If you want a tutorial for this, then maybe I'll do it. Maybe I say, because This is very ginormous. Even the smaller aircraft like F-15s, I forget to add details. And to build those two, then I kept looking back at the center one, which is this one, just to add details. So you can see the bomb bays here, and then you got this area, which I imagine would be like a fuel tank. And you can barely see over this. Like, this is how you can see over it. And then, like this. Just barely more visibility. And I am not building another one of this giant cargo aircraft. I can definitely show you how to build one of these helicopters though. But that's for the next video. Okay. You guys get to see this tiny bit. My attempt to make an American flag out of resin and copper. This block of resin and copper block. Remember, underwater section is still being built, so it was not finished the whole project yet. That's another ammo bay right here, and then here is another one. And that's the original. This is another one for a small cannon.